We're Candlemass.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Candlemass Video Chronicles. In today's episode we're going to talk about Tales of Creation. It's Candlemass' fourth studio album and it was released through Music for Nations in September of 1989. This was the last album to feature the classic Candlemass lineup, at least until 2005's reunion. We got Leif Edling on bass guitar, Messiah Marcolin on vocals, Lars Johansson on lead guitar, Mats Mappe Björkman on rhythm guitar, and Jan Lind on drums. The idea behind Tales of Creation is almost as old as creation itself. It was an idea that Leif Edling came up with even before forming Candlemass. The conceptual Tales of Creation is about the origins of life, and this is what Leif Edling has to say about it.
Yeah, it was like I wrote this story about the origin of life between Nemesis and Candlemass, I think it was, this year 84 to 85. So kind of in between bands. And I had this pretentious vein, I don't know, that I had to write this concept story about something. So people think that Tales of Creation is exactly what I was doing in 85. But it is new stuff. It is other songs that came on Tales of Creation. The demo stuff is different. I mean, Dark Reflection is a double bass drum blaster on the demo, but here it is a up-tempo track. Under the Oak was on Epicus as well, because Under the Oak was the only one we kept from my Tales of Creation demo. That's the only track that the other guys thought was any good. So Under the Oak came on Epicus. But here we couldn't exclude Under the Oak from Tales of Creation because it was part 4. And everybody's been asking me about the Tales of Creation concept, the demos and everything for years. So I thought, why not do the entire thing? And, write some new music to it, rewrite the lyrics, and do a much better record than Ancient Dreams. So the guys in the band didn't think it was any good, so we wanted to be heavier. I mean, some of the Tales of Creation stuff was, I mean, the thing that people don't know is that Candlemass in the beginning was a faster band. We were pretty inspired by Anvil. We loved Anvil with metal and their 666 track. We loved Accept, Breaker, and that shit. And we loved Venom. So Candlemass was pretty heavy in the beginning, but we were also pretty fast with quite a few 50-50. But we wanted to be heavier, so we got heavier by the day. So we took out all the fast stuff when we recorded Epicus. So we wanted just to have things, and Under the Oak is really heavy, so we used that.
Tales of Creation was produced at the Stockholm recording during the summer of 1989. It was produced by Mats Lindfors, who also produced Nightfall. The band was unhappy with the production of Ancient Dreams, so it was a positive thing that Mats Lindfors was back. Tales of Creation has 11 tracks, but I would say 8 of them are full songs and 3 of them are shorter interludes. Like Leif Edling was stating in that interview was that they played faster early on, and some of the songs on Tales of Creation can almost be described as speed or thrash metal, like Dark Reflections and the instrumental track Into the Unfathomed Tower. Speaking of Into the Unfathomed Tower, it's a speed metal sounding instrumental consisting of 7 different parts. It's just a 3-minute track, so it's really jam-packed. Even though a lot of fans really liked Ancient Dreams, Tales of Creation was a step in the right direction, especially production-wise. And as Leif mentioned, the idea behind Tales of Creation has been brewing within the band since the Nemesis days. In 1985, Nemesis recorded the Tales of Creation demo. It featured 5 tracks and Leif Edling handled the vocals on the demo. The tracklist of the demo consists of Dark Reflections, Under the Oak, Into the Unfathomed Tower, Somewhere in Nowhere, and The Tale of Creation. All 5 songs on the demo would end up on the Tales of Creation album, in re-recorded versions of course.
Waxed off and down on a night I was born to seek a hope for my race.
Even though producer Mats Lindfors was back working with the band again, they disagreed about the vision for Tales of Creation.
But on this Tales of Creation album, we finally got into a good studio with Mats Lindfors.
Do you remember this? Because he had a vision about the sound on Tales of Creation. So he just wanted us to use one guitar. Yeah, and everybody came down to the studio, you know, our manager, you know, our friends, everybody said, it sounds a bit weak. Where are the guitars? And we were like asking them, please, Max, can we put another guitar on there? No, I got a vision about this. Please. And we're coming back to him begging him to put the guitar on. He was the boss in that studio. So finally, after like 1 month of recording that album, it was me that told him that we gotta put another guitar on, because this is serious.
This will do.
Yeah, exactly. So, and he got so pissed off.
For the artwork, Candlemass went with Gustave Doré's illustration, The Creation of Light from 1865, which was perhaps a bit unexpected since they used Thomas Cole's The Voyage of Life paintings for their last 2 albums, Nightfall and Ancient Dreams. Tales of Creation was slightly reworked with a brown or beige tint to it. The backside featured the same painting with your standard information and a photo of the band members. To support Tales of Creation, the band toured extensively, and while on tour, Candlemass decided to record a live album during a gig at the Youth Recreation Center Fryshuset in June of 1990. It featured a lot of their most iconic songs. However, they performed the song Bearer of Pain, but it was not recorded as the band played on, while the engineers were changing tapes. Candlemass was also featured on the home video 3-Way Thrash. Yeah, apparently some people confuse Candlemass of being a thrash metal band, which I can kinda understand due to them having a few fast bruisers in their catalog. The video also featured British thrash metal band d.a.m, short for Destruction and Mayhem, and American thrash metal legends Dark Angel. While on tour, the frustration grew within the band, and this is what Messiah and Leif had to say about it.
With all this touring we did, and putting ourselves in debt to the record company, I mean, we've never been like enemies or stuff like that, but we definitely got bad vibes when the situation was like it was, you know, with selling a lot of records and not getting paid and stuff like that.
I think we toured too much. We
Yeah.
toured up all the money.
Up the money.
I think
Yeah.
so. I mean, yeah.
And we got on each other's nerves, you know. I think the final drop was the 5-week tour of the US. And we came to the States to play with Leech Lord, and we ended up with them saying, you can sleep here in our rehearsal room.
Took off and checked into the nearest motel somewhere.
It was rough, and you tend to remember the fun stuff, and it's good. Now when I think about all these gigs we did, I'm really glad we did it, because it was an amazing thing to be able to go to play in San Francisco and have fans there screaming their heads off. Really fun.
I think what Atheist just said that they're gonna blow us off the stage when we came to the States, and I know that didn't happen. Not really, but I think kind of tough for any band to share the stage with us. actually, because we were, you know, damn good. We had played so much live, so we didn't care if we didn't have monitors on stage. You know, we were, you know, supporting a lot of bands. And when you support, sometimes you don't get monitors. So we didn't need the monitors. We just cranked it up on stage and we went for it. Yeah, but most gigs were, you know, were really good with loads and loads of people and stuff. So I don't regret anything actually. I think it's a pretty good record. I think it's a much better record than Ancient Dreams. So I'm pretty pleased with it. It's only one track I can't stand on it. It's Edge of Heaven. I think it sucks big time, but most of it is pretty good.
The metal media also started questioning the band at this point. How come they were so successful abroad but still relatively unknown in Sweden? And how they were more interested in partying than working hard to become a band for the big stages, which was a bit unfair due to them recording a new album every year, and how they toured extensively through 89, 90 and 91.
Some of our albums has been known to be quite depressive, but like Nightfall was mostly around death. Doom metal is maybe just a good name, you know, I mean, people always want to categorize you, and maybe it's a good name.
The tensions and frustrations within the band started to grow, so much that Messiah decided to leave the band. Personal differences was said to be the reason behind the split. And 2 years later, Messiah Marcolin formed the band Memento Mori with former Candlemass guitarist Mike Weed. Mike brought members from his thrash metal band Hexenhaus into this new epic doom meets progressive metal project called Memento Mori. And if you're wondering what happened to Candlemass after Messiah quit the band, then you need to watch the next episode of the Candlemass Chronicles, where we talk about the album Chapter 6. And if you enjoyed this episode, it would be great if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, so you won't miss out when the next episode drops. And if you want to support my work, you can drop me a few dollars over on Patreon, and you'll get an invite to the Ruthless Metal Discord server, where we discuss Candlemass and metal in general. And a special thanks to Per-Ola Nilsson, John Gaffney and Mattias Reinholdsson for creating the Candlemass Chronicles magazine that this video series is based upon. I also want to thank the Patreon supporters and you for watching this Tales of Creation episode. And that's all for now, so I hope I see you again in the next episode of the Candlemass Video Chronicles. Cheers.